You're standing in front of the grill aisle, scrolling through endless models, and the thought keeps nagging at you, what if I spend a couple $100 on a grill that just can't keep up with my weekend crew? That hesitation is real, especially when you're trying to balance a big cooking surface, enough heat for searing, and the ability to throw in a rotisserie or some low and slow smoke without buying a whole backyard kitchen. I get it, there's a lot of money on the line and a lot of mouths to feed. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Napoleon BIPRO825RBIPSS 3 is positioned as a built-in prestige PRO unit that promises the kind of versatility you'd expect from a professional setup, but in a format that fits a residential kitchen or an outdoor wall. Let's walk through what that actually means once you hook it up, fire it up, and start cooking for real. First, the layout. 6 stainless steel main burners deliver a combined 88,000 BTU per hour. In plain English, that's enough firepower to bring a full 825 square inch cooking zone from cold to grill ready in under 10 minutes, even on a chilly evening. For a family that likes to grill chicken, burgers, and a few veggie skewers at the same time, the space feels generous. I've seen people spread out a whole Thanksgiving spread on a similar surface, and the heat stays even enough that the edges don't turn into a cold zone while the center sizzles. Now, the real differentiator for Napoleon is the dual infrared system. One infrared burner sits underneath the main cooking area, and another sits at the rear with 18,000 BTU dedicated to rotisserie work. The bottom infrared burner is what you'll reach for when you want that steakhouse sear. Because infrared heats the metal directly, you get a rapid, intense crust without overcooking the interior. In practice, a 1-inch ribeye went from raw to medium rare in about 4 minutes, and the crust was caramelized enough that the meat practically fell off the bone, well, not literally, but you know the vibe. The rear infrared burner shines when you attach the rotisserie kit. It creates a focused heat tunnel that cooks the bird or roast evenly while you can still keep an eye on it through the side windows. I tried a 12-pound chicken, and the skin turned golden and crisp while the meat stayed juicy. The built-in smoker tray adds a low and slow option without needing a separate smoker box. Throw in a handful of wood chips, set the tray over the burners, and you get a gentle plume of smoke that infuses a pork shoulder with a subtle hickory note in about 3 hours. So who should actually consider this unit? If you regularly host gatherings of 6 or more people, love the idea of having a dedicated rotisserie, and want the ability to smoke, sear, and grill without juggling multiple appliances, this is a solid match. The built-in nature means you don't have to worry about freestanding stability, or a bulky propane tank taking up patio space. The grill integrates into a wall or countertop, leaving the floor clear. For urban dwellers with a covered patio, or a kitchen island that can accommodate a built-in unit, the Napoleon offers a one-stop shop that replaces a separate grill, smoker, and rotisserie. On the flip side, if you're a casual griller who only flips burgers on the weekend, the price tag and installation effort might feel excessive. The unit requires a professional to mount it securely and connect the propane line, which adds to the upfront cost. Also, because the burners are all stainless steel, they run hotter than some coated alternatives, so if you're new to managing high BTU output, there's a learning curve. You'll need to keep a close eye on the grill temperature, especially when you transition from searing to indirect cooking, otherwise you might end up with a burnt exterior before the interior is done. Another practical consideration is cleaning. The stainless steel burners are easy to wipe down, but the infrared plates can accumulate drippings that carbonize over time. Napoleon includes a drip tray, but you'll still need to scrape the infrared plates periodically to prevent flare-ups. The smoker tray is removable, which makes cleaning easier, yet you'll want to vacuum out after each smoking session to keep the airflow consistent. What about value beyond the headline specs? The real savings come from not having to buy 3 separate pieces of equipment. A decent standalone smoker can run $400–$600, a high-end rotisserie another $300, and a 4-burner grill around $500. The BIPRO unit bundles all of those capabilities into one chassis. For someone who already knows they'll use each function, the combined cost is lower than buying them piecemeal. Plus, the 825 skin cooking area means you can host a brunch, a dinner, and a late-night snack without shuffling plates around. There are a few hidden trade-offs. Because it's built-in, moving the unit is practically impossible without a major remodel. If you ever move houses, you'll need to either leave the grill behind or find a contractor to dismantle it, a non-trivial task. Also, the propane consumption.